Yo, welcome to the Vibe Providers podcast. I'm your host, Kaitlyn.
And I'm your other host, Missy. And today the vibe we're providing is a green flag.
Whoa, we are.
We are green flags.
So today we are doing fictional red, green, and beige flags.
And this is books, movies, TV shows.
Yep.
And it can be specific, it can be general. But we're going to talk about what we think.
Yeah.
Should I go first? Because I got a good first one.
Yeah.
Twilight's been on my brain, so I'm really sorry. You're going to hear a lot about Twilight. But this one is Jacob from Twilight. And specifically the second movie where he is constantly shirtless. But when she goes to his house and he's been asleep, he's wearing a tank top.
Brother.
So he never wears a shirt, but he's wearing a tank top to bed.
Yeah, that's a little...
How do I feel about that?
Okay. My first thought, like I'm not even going to think about it.
Yeah.
Beige flag.
Okay. But like, why is he not shirtless going to bed? That feels like the only time
I know.
that feels like it should happen.
He's
Very
just
confusing.
He's just so cutie and he just wants Bella to notice him.
Yeah. But that means he's choosing to be shirtless.
Yeah. I feel like it's beige.
Okay.
Well, what do you think?
Well, for me, that's a red flag.
The tank top to bed, red flag. Straight to
It's
jail.
not that he wears a tank top to bed. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you don't wear shirts any of the other times.
I know.
Why to bed? So weird. Well, that's my first one.
Okay.
What a weird guy.
Okay, so yours is red, mine's beige.
Okay.
Okay, mine is Conrad from The Summer I Turned Pretty. It's a book or a show, whatever you've done. I've done both. I've read the books and watched the show.
And I've done neither.
But so for someone who's never watched the show or read the books, Conrad is an older brother and he has a younger brother and they have a family friend named I almost said Bella from Twilight. No, her name's Belly in the books.
Okay.
And the whole time it's like, does she like Jeremiah? Does she like Conrad?
Okay.
But at first she likes Conrad and she's always been in love with Conrad. But he kind of like treats her like a little kid and that she doesn't know anything. But then he's like kind of stringing her along. And then she goes and she's going to go date Jeremiah. And then he's like, oh, like all he does is want her.
Now he's jealous.
Yes. And so I'm like, brother.
That's not good.
No.
It's a red flag.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I feel like we're going to get a lot of those today.
Yeah.
Because green flags are too nice. We have to talk about the things that are sketchy.
Yeah.
But if you treat someone like you don't like them, and then when they have somebody else, all of a sudden you like them.
Yep.
That's a red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag.
But why am I like, okay, but then what's wrong with me? Because I'm Team Conrad.
Does she get with Conrad in the end?
I don't know.
Okay. I would probably also be Team Conrad. Let's be clear. No one here is saying that things that are red flags are not what we would do.
Okay.
It's just, the behavior is a red flag. But also, if he's really cute, I probably am. I get it,
Yeah. It's easier, like, if you've definitely watched the show and everything, but, yeah. We can call it like we see it. Red flag.
From the outside perspective, it's a red flag.
Yeah.
Even if he's cute. Okay, my next one is very general.
Okay.
And this is people not saying, or people who decide to investigate murders. They're not cops. They're not anything. It's people who are like, oh yeah, I'm going to figure that out. But the catch is they do it. Like they do figure it out. So only murders in the building. They just decide to investigate that sucker. But they figure it out. I read a lot of mystery novels.
Okay.
And it's never people who are police and they never contact the police.
Yeah.
That are like, I'm going to figure out what happened here. But then they do figure it out.
That's a beige flag.
Okay.
Because, like, you could be getting yourself into deep.
Yes, that feels like high risk.
High risk. That is very high risk.
And we're avoiding, like, the justice system entirely.
Yeah.
Which feels sketchy.
Yeah.
But they do figure it out.
And I'm like, and we should be grateful.
Yeah.
Because, like, what if that was my family member and now you just solved it?
I was seriously on this one going between red and beige. Or not red. Green and beige.
Green and
I was
beige.
like, maybe it's a green flag. And then I'm like, there's a lot of questionable decisions that they're making. to get this far.
Yeah.
And they're always put in a position where they might also be murdered.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you're making me think like, oh, this could be green. But it could be frustrating because if you're thinking about it, sometimes the like police department or like
Yeah, sometimes they're doing a bad job.
Yes. Or sometimes they're like, hey, leave it to us. And then it's like they don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But then they're also telling you like, hey, get out of it.
Stop
get out of
doing
here.
it. But you're like, but nobody's solving it. So I'm going to do it.
So is it green?
Is it green?
Because my first thought was beige. Because I'm like, you're getting yourself into trouble there.
Yeah, but you also did something good here.
Now you got me thinking.
Okay, in the end, I'm going beige.
In the end, I'm going beige.
But I did think about it.
In the end, I'm going beige. You got me thinking green.
You could go there.
But they could get murdered.
They might. And also, they are now like, they usually become suspects in the murder case eventually because they're around everything too much.
Yeah.
It is a little sketchy.
I'm sticking with beige.
Okay, me too.
Okay, my next one. Tyler from Wednesday. And also, I will preface, it's kind of on you if you're going to come listen to this podcast and not have watched any of these things or read these things.
Because Wednesday's a few years old at this point.
Yeah.
If you're not up on it, this is on you. But here's your spoiler alert.
But yeah, there will be spoilers in this episode. So if you've been like, oh, I'm going to watch it, maybe you should listen to this another time.
Hit 30 seconds forward here.
No, truly.
Maybe twice.
Yeah. Tyler from Wednesday. He was the boy working at the coffee shop.
Yes. Good guy. Seemed so nice. Had kind of a hard life.
Yep.
With his mom who was dead and his dad who seemed emotionally unavailable.
Yes. Who was also the police department guy. Yes. Or sheriff. Whatever. Anyways, he was green flags. He was like wooing Wednesday. He was like taking her on fun, cute dates.
Yeah. He was being accepting of her eccentricities.
Yes. But in the end, he was the one trying to freaking kill her.
In the end, he's the bad guy.
In the end, he was the monster killing humans.
And I mean, this is an obvious red flag. If we're just being clear. Yes. I know he had so many green flags, but in the end, he was just faking.
I know. But is he actually good? And it's only like the monster inside him who's bad?
Oh, no. We're going to have moral dilemmas today. Should you meddle in murder scenes? Probably no. Should you say that all of your toxic traits are because there's a monster inside of you?
Yeah, that's true. Because it's like he was working with the teacher as human.
Yes.
So he's bad.
There's red. Bad. He's a red flag.
Red
but we
flag.
all thought he was a green flag.
Yes, like the fact that he was able to just be green the whole time until like the very last 30 seconds
and cute.
Is crazy to me.
Okay, my next one is just in general sidekicks.
Hold on, pause. Before we move on, were you team Tyler or Xavier for Wednesday? I gotta know.
I was team Tyler.
I was Xavier.
I liked Xavier, but I also got sketchy vibes from him.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't want to get myself attached. And I like a good guy. And Tyler seemed like the good guy.
That's one of the polls I do want to do on social media this week is like, who were you teaming for?
Yeah. And also, are you a good guy or are you kind of like, I like the bad boy?
Normally I like the good guys, but I liked Xavier. He was like cute in a Tim Burton way.
Yeah. He is cute in a Tim Burton way.
Okay,
I do like him. I just thought he was too sketchy for me to commit to.
No, truly.
But then I committed to the one who was actually the monster. So
truly. Okay, sorry, I did not mean to interrupt.
Okay. So my next one in general is sidekicks.
Okay.
So this is Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
This is Ron Weasley from Harry Potter. This is all of the supporting characters who put up with the like main characters stuff.
Okay. Actually, can I add one of mine into yours too?
Yeah.
So mine was Ron Weasley.
Yep.
And because he was a good sidekick.
Excellent.
Yes. But there were some times he was having a hard time with Harry shining.
That's true. There was some jealousy.
Yeah.
Of like not being the main character. But I do think that like Sidekick. These are all sidekicks who stay the whole time.
Yeah,
Samwise gets him into Mordor. Ron stays with him until all the Horcruxes are gone.
truly. Well, he was
They're
gone
not
for
the
a second.
star. Yeah, but also he'd been like holding the Horcrux for a while. You know.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
give him
like
a little bit.
yeah, it was turning him black inside
Yeah.
for a second.
Like I think
I'm saying green.
Sidekicks are a green flag.
Cause like you can still be such a great person and have some things that are like, oh man, I wish.
Yeah.
You know, comparison.
But they
things.
continue to show up for their person.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a green.
It's a green flag. I love all sidekicks. And honestly, I go hard for sidekicks. I've always loved Samwise Gamgee. I've always loved him.
Yeah.
And I was a Ron fan through the whole series.
Really?
I was on Ron's team the whole time.
Okay, cute.
And that's unpopular, I think. Some people are like, why Ron? And I was like, why
Yeah.
not Ron?
Yeah, no, truly.
He's such a good friend.
Yep.
He sticks up for his people.
And his family invites Harry in and he doesn't have family.
Yes, and he's not like, I don't know. He's not all weird about it. Like occasionally he gets a little bit like it's always Harry, but
yeah. But that's like all of us. Let's be for real.
Look at him. He's the chosen one. That's kind of annoying sometimes, you know?
I know.
So sidekicks are a green flag.
One thing I will say is I always thought if I ever got famous, like if I was ever an actor, an actress, whatever, I would have been the best friend, like the sidekick. I feel like that's my personality.
Yeah.
Is like, you know, Hannah Montana and her friend
Lily.
I feel like I'm Lily.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Lily is a great character in that.
Anyway, so I'm like, dude, I go hard. I'm with you.
I'm fully on the side of the sidekicks.
Yeah. Sidekicks, best friends. I'm there.
I almost think I like sidekicks better than main characters most of the time.
Yeah, you know what? You're not wrong. You're getting somewhere with
Honestly, they're just more likable.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true. Because in Wednesday, and then, oh, what's her name?
Yeah. Oh, her little wolf friend.
Yes.
I forgot her name too. But she's so cute. I loved her.
Evie? No.
I don't remember.
Anyways.
But also her, what's his hand? The hand's name.
Oh, yeah.
He's like her sidekick too.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yes. You can tell his personality through and through. Their sidekicks are always so like happy and bubbly.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're a green flag.
Green flag. Okay. Emily, so mine are like a specific person and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So Emily Gilmore. She is the worst all the time.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Emily Gilmore is, she's from the show Gilmore Girls.
And she's a grandma who's rich.
Yep. She is Rory's grandma or Lorelai's mom. And she's the worst. She is always complaining about something. And she has these super high standards that she feels like everyone needs to follow. And she's always firing maids for being the worst.
Yeah. But also, she is just as quippy as Lorelai is. She can dish it and she can take it.
Yeah.
She does know and remember small things and try to let them be who they are. She invites Jess to dinner.
Yeah.
She remembers that Rory had pudding, that she likes pudding.
Yeah.
She plays it cool when Rory's having a crisis.
Yes.
She supports Rory's in her choices. I don't know.
I know, because I was telling this to Missy before the episode. I was like, I want to hate Emily. And then Emily does something nice. And I'm like, am I the bad guy?
Because
am I only noticing the bad things she does and it's so annoying and buggy?
I am a big Emily stan. Honestly. And I think part of it comes from The Year in the Life, which in general is a bad follow-up to Gilmore Girls. But the Emily storyline is my favorite thing ever. And I will love Emily Gilmore forever. Because I think that she has all these morals and all these social obligations that she is living up to because that is what is expected of her. And I think that sometimes she's just tired of it.
Yeah.
And I feel that, you know?
Yeah.
And then in the end, she's like, I'm just going to be who I want to be and live where I want to live and choose my family and I'm going to be happy. And I'm like, I love you. I love her. Emily Gilmore is a beige flag for me.
Yeah.
Because she is maybe a little too nitpicky.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe needs a stronger word than nitpicky. Towards Lorelai.
Yeah.
I feel like it all comes out towards Lorelai.
Yeah.
And I think that she's too hard on her. But I do think that she has good things that kind of outweigh. Like when Richard takes Rory to get yell without warning her that she's going to have an interview.
Uh-huh.
And Emily freaking rails him for that.
Okay, wow, you're like changing my mind.
I
was
think
like,
she's
Emily...
kind of a good guy who's just living up to the societal expectations, and those kind of make her a bad guy.
Oh my gosh, I was like, Emily is a red flag. And now I'm like, is Emily beige flag? Is she green? Like,
is she a green flag?
You're literally...
She shows up for everything for them. When they didn't want to go to Rory's birthday party, but they showed up anyway.
I know, I just watched that episode. Okay.
I don't know.
Is Emily a beige flag?
Or is she a green flag?
I'm going to say beige.
Okay, me too. That's safer. But I am an Emily fan. And I would put her... I like her more than I like Rory.
Whoa.
I think Rory is the red flag. Honestly. In that show, if we're choosing between main characters, Rory's the worst.
I feel like Lorelai's the worst.
I don't know. Maybe they're all the worst.
Maybe it runs in the family.
I actually think that's part of it. I think that's part of why Gilmore Girls is interesting. It's because they're all sort of the worst.
Yeah, they're all just doing the most crazy things.
And then you're like, well, maybe they're cool.
We're like convincing ourselves that they're way normal.
Honestly, I think that's half of Gilmore Girls.
Okay, yeah.
I love that.
You changed my mind.
Perfect. That was what I'm here to change your mind about the people that I love. Okay, the next one is... I'm going to go more specific on this one. Are you a Lord of the Rings lady?
Never seen it, never read it.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to have to explain this one, and that's going to be tricky.
Okay.
So, in the second movie, Gimli and Legolas. Gimli is the little dwarf with the big axe. He's kind of gruff and has a big beard. Legolas is the Orlando Bloom with white, long hair, who's the archer.
Oh, okay.
That's the one everybody loves.
Love.
In the second movie, they have to do a lot of killing.
Okay.
Killing orcs, but also killing people who are on the bad side.
Oh, okay.
And they make a game out of it about who can kill the most. So they're counting numbers.
But they're bad guys.
Yeah, they're killing the bad guys.
So it's like kind of like
Robin. Bad guys to them, right?
Oh, okay.
Because the other side thinks they're the bad guys.
Oh, yeah.
Let's keep our perspectives.
Okay.
So like one of them takes down an entire elephant in one of them, and they're like, that still only counts as one. You know, they're in a fun competition to keep it light.
Okay.
Well, they're in war.
Okay.
But also they're killing people.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about that?
Right now. But they could be the bad guys.
They could be.
But they think they're killing.
Wrong side of history, right?
Yeah, true.
Right side of history.
Right
they're
now,
killing people and making a fun game out of it. But also, they're making a fun game of a hard situation. Where are we at here?
At first it was red. But I feel like we're still red.
Okay. Wow. From an outsider's perspective, I feel like that was needed.
Well, hold on, because can we get so crazy?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say this is the Nazis. And they're killing people.
They're killing real people.
And then
they've
tell
made
themselves
a game
they
out of
made
it.
it a
that
game.
Feels still.
So now I'm
good.
like, that is very
Yeah. You were like, if we put this into real life, it doesn't feel so good, does it?
No. but it's also fake. It's also TV.
But it's also fake.
Yeah.
They're also fighting bad guys. And they're also keeping it light and fun. Like, I feel like that's one of the most quotable, one of the most watchable parts of those movies.
Yeah.
Because it's so fun and funny.
Yeah.
And everything else is not about that movie. So people love that.
But let's be so for real. Are they the good guys?
I think so.
So we don't really know?
I'm feeling like they are the good guys.
Then I'm like...
But do orcs have families?
When you say it like that...
I don't know. That's
when
the thing.
you say it like that.
Are there mom and baby orcs back home? I don't know. I don't know the question. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, so what are you leaning towards? Because I said red.
Yeah, and I was between green and beige. I think I'm going to have to land beige because we are killing.
Yeah.
But we have made it light and fun, and we're trying to, like, lighten the mood. I do appreciate that about people.
Yeah.
Who, like, are like, okay, this is rough, but, like, listen.
I do appreciate that. I do appreciate when we're in the trenches, someone's keeping it light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it's a beige flag.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what those orcs are coming from.
No, we don't. Maybe they don't have families because they're so bad.
We're only getting told that they're the bad guys.
No, truly. Okay. my next one. Patrick from 10 Things I Hate About You. He played Heath Ledger, or Patrick is Heath Ledger.
Yep.
And if you've never seen that movie, there is sisters, an older one and a younger one, and the younger one can't go to prom unless her older sister goes to prom. So this boy who's crushing on the younger sister pays some guy to start like flirting with the older sister and like being like, hey, woo her, take her to prom.
Take her to prom so I can take her sister to prom.
Yes. And so Patrick is getting paid, but also chemistry is forming.
Yes. That's a tricky one. Because being paid to like get someone to like you, that's a red flag, right? Or maybe you're doing something nice for your friend, you know? Yeah. Like if your friend's like, I really want to go with her sister.
Yeah.
Will you do this and I'll sweeten the deal for you?
Yeah.
Is that a beige flag? But then they're actually in love. I'm
saying it's beige.
Okay.
Because you could just do like a nice thing and be like, you know what? No, you don't need to pay me. I'll just take her.
Yeah. I think it's kind of like a blind date that you've paid someone to attend with you. And that feels fine.
Yeah.
For me, that's a green flag. I went on so many freaking blind dates to go with my like roommates.
Yep.
Who were like, I'm really like this guy. Will you go on a blind date with his friend so we can go out? And I would do that because I'm a nice friend and I would have a bad time for my friend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe that's a green flag.
Yeah.
But maybe, I mean, that's me looking at me.
Yeah.
And hoping that I'm a green flag. And sometimes they'd be like, I'll reimburse you for the dinner. That feels like the same.
Ooh.
Right? That feels like the same.
That feels same.
I was nicer to those boys than Patrick is to that girl.
Yeah.
That girl was also grouchy.
Yeah, she is grouchy.
I can't remember her name.
Me neither. So it's kind of like...
Yeah, so it's like, is he being... But he's not really friends with that boy.
No.
The one who wants to date the younger sister. They're not really friends.
No.
So that's making it a beige flag for me. If he is a friend doing a solid for his friend...
Yeah.
That feels closer to green.
Yeah.
But he's not.
Yeah. So we're gonna just agree and say beige.
We're gonna agree that it's beige. Okay. Let's go with the trope of 18-year-old girls who are going to save the world. Or, you know, just in their own story, falling in love with ancient magical men. So, once again, Twilight. Edward is like 104.
Oh, yeah.
And she's 17.
Yeah.
Fablehaven. I don't know if you've read that. That's like a youth YA novel. Kendra, the main character who's working to save this world, likes this guy who's an ancient magical unicorn.
Whoa.
So, same.
Same.
Also, I have not read the fairy books, Court of Thorns and Roses.
Oh, yes.
But I've heard that it's similar.
Oh.
The fairy's ancient magical. She's a, 18-year-old.
Okay.
I don't know that that's true. I've just heard that.
Yeah.
But same.
Yeah.
They maybe appear to be the similar age.
Yes.
But they're actually old men. What do we think?
Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
They are 104, but they look
17.
17.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say we're all good. We are all good. We are all green.
Okay, you're cool that if your grandpa just looked young, that he could date an 18-year-old?
Does he have kids? I'm thinking like these guys don't have kids.
Okay, we're saying they're bachelors.
Yeah, they're bachelors, not married, no kids.
Okay,
but...
You're still okay with it?
I'm still okay with it because they aren't like 80-year-olds that look 80.
Okay.
And going after like,
Yeah.
Like Hugh Hefner vibes.
Okay. You might get canceled for that.
So, I think we're all good. I think we're all good.
You're green flag on that one. You're fine.
I don't know.
Say it, Kaitlyn. You're green flag on that.
I think I'm green flag.
Okay. Weird.
But no kids. They have no kids. No,
they don't have.
They could be in past relationships, but no kids, not married.
Okay. That's your qualifier.
Yeah, no kids, not married.
Okay, I'm a beige flag on that one.
Beige flag.
And I mean, I am looking at myself because I was a Team Edward stan and I did not care that he was 104 when I was reading that book.
Yeah.
I did not care. He looked my age. I was into him.
Yeah.
So I get where they're coming from. But it does feel sketchy, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's a reoccurring trope. Like, we're seeing it.
It's just hard because I don't know the backstory. I'm only seeing like Edward here right now.
Yeah. I feel like I'd feel better about it if we could age up the women a little more.
Yeah.
Why are we teenagers all the time?
All the time.
I know that we're maybe at our cutest.
Truly. Actually, I feel like I'm more fun and cute now.
Yeah. I mean, I was maybe more classically attractive for what the world at 18. I like myself better now than I did then. But if we can age those girls, let's age them to 25.
Yeah, 25.
Let's make our frontal lobe developed.
Yeah.
And then I'm fully fine with it. It's a green flag for me if our frontal lobe has developed.
Oh, yeah.
It's the 18 for me.
Yeah. Well, because then it is frustrating when they're being so stupid and you're like, stop being 18 and stupid.
Yeah, but also we're like, oh, they're just a teenager.
Yeah.
I was 18 and stupid.
Yeah.
For sure.
So maybe you're right. Maybe we need to like age this up a bit.
Yeah. There's not that many books where it's like the main character's like grown.
Especially when in YA books.
Yeah. I mean, I get that in YA books, young adults are reading it, so they want to read about young adults. But still in adult fantasies, we're still reading about very young ladies.
Yeah, not gonna lie. When they're like, oh, 29, 31, I'm like, okay, that's literally me.
Yeah. I'd like to see more 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
Who also maybe get a little tired sometimes, you know?
Yeah, no, truly.
Everyone has so much energy in all these books.
I'm like,
it's because they're so young.
Yeah, why aren't we rotting for a little bit?
But I also would love to see a little representation for my own age range.
Yeah, truly.
But also sometimes I need to lay down, you know?
No, for real.
And that's not really maybe compelling.
Well, no one's laying down. No one's laying down.
Yeah, so they have to be young. Okay. Tricky one. We're going to go, it's a green flag if they're older.
Yeah.
I think it's a red flag as they are now.
Yeah. That was my bad.
Okay.
That was my bad. My next one is Austin from A Cinderella Story.
Okay. Yeah.
Why did he not know who she was?
Why does he not recognize her when she has literally a mask over just the outsides of her eyes?
I know. I'm like, sir, what?
My heavens. 1, they've gone to school together. 2, he's been to the diner where she works.
Yeah.
He has seen her in places.
I know.
And they go to prom. And he doesn't know who she is.
I know.
That is a red flag.
I'm like,
it's a red flag.
I know who people are with a mask on.
Yes. You're like, I've seen their hair. Know their, kind of what they look like.
I know.
Even if you can't see their face, you know who that person is.
I know.
Especially when you've been in school with those people.
No, for real.
Like, I can still remember people's first and last names from all of school because I went to school with them for so many years.
I know.
I know what they look like or did look like. And I know about them.
Yeah.
Even if I was not even friends with them.
No, I know.
And he has seen her in his life so many times and is still like, she's a mystery to me.
I know.
Mystery girl. My heavens. That's a red flag.
It's a red flag.
That's maybe the worst red flag we've had.
Yeah.
And I loved that movie.
Love that movie.
I loved that movie. I watched it so many times and I would watch it with the
I still watch it.
Commentary.
Yeah.
The DVD had the cast commentary over the movie.
I didn't know that.
So it's like Hilary Duff, Chad Michael Murray, the 2 girls who are her sisters, and the boy who plays her best friend. They would talk about recording the movie over top of the movie. I listened to that so many times.
I have never watched that.
Obsessed with that movie.
I need to watch that side.
But Austin Ames is a red flag. That is outrageous.
Yeah.
Maybe he had face blindness.
Maybe he did.
Oh, then we have to feel bad.
Oh, now we're the
bad guys. We're the red flags now.
Oh my.
But if he's a regular guy, he needs to figure it out.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go general again.
Okay.
There's so many good ones. I'm gonna go with people with secret identities. I've got a few examples. Lady Whistledown in Bridgerton. So she's the secret identity of one of the characters.
Okay.
Zuko from Airbender. He's like a blue mask guy who kind of does good things.
Oh, yeah.
Brahm from the Inheritance series. He's actually Aragorn's dad. That's the like dragons. And he never tells Aragorn that he's his dad. He has like an alter ego. So a lot of times the secret identities are often better versions, but sometimes they're just mysterious.
Yeah.
If someone has a secret identity, what flag is that?
Is it being used for good?
Sometimes. People would argue Lady Whistledown wasn't always doing things that were good. She was like exposing people's secrets.
Maybe you shouldn't be having secrets.
But also, I'm going to spoil it. This is me telling you, if you've not watched Bridgerton and you're really into it, this is your chance. Penelope is Lady Whistledown, and she is the kind of like side character friend who gets no men, no attention.
Oh, yeah.
And she's in love with her best friend's brother.
Okay.
That was the last season that came out was her season.
Okay.
But so she's kind of like on the outskirts. Nobody asks her to dance, so she just listens, and then she writes a gossip column, and she tries to kind of manipulate the town into stuff.
Okay, I'm literally not mad about it.
Sometimes she gets people in trouble. Sometimes she gets herself in trouble. Sometimes she hurts people's feelings.
I'm saying beige.
Okay. If they're doing good things, are you still on board? If they're, it's secret from everyone. Nobody knows.
I'm gonna say beige.
Okay. I'm going red. Even though I like these characters, let me be clear.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, if my husband had a secret identity, Mr. Incredible even, I guess his family knew, but he was, like, pretending. Even if we're doing good things and we're hiding it, I'm sketched about it. That's a red flag. If it's someone I know in real life who does that, I'm like, red flag.
Yeah.
But I feel like if we do that to any of these things, it's always a red flag. If we put it into our actual life, everything's a red flag.
Yeah.
We give a lot more grace when it's just for fun.
Yeah. No, truly.
So maybe it's a beige flag in fictional instances.
Because normally it's like for the good. And it's like, but I will say the Bridgerton girl's kind of like getting people in trouble and stuff.
She is, yeah.
But I'm like,
spilling the beans sometimes.
But I'm like, sometimes it's good when it gets aired out like that.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
So I'm like, I'm thinking beige.
Okay, yeah. I don't think we can say it's a green flag, even if they're good people doing good things.
Yeah.
Because keeping secrets like that, something's sketchy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this next one I have, I need you to like chime in too.
Okay.
So I read The Hating Game like a year, I would say last year. And Missy just read The Hating Game for a book club.
Yep.
And so I wanted to put this in there because it's fresh. We are kicking our feet giggling.
So fresh. I read it in 2 days.
Yes, we are.
Not even. I read it in less than 24 hours.
No, truly. And so I was so pumped that you read it because I liked that book. But I'm talking about the main character, Joshua. Mm-hmm. And you brought up a good point.
Right. So the plot of the book is that they're enemies who work together.
Yep.
But the hating game kind of turns into loving each other.
Yeah.
But he kind of reveals at the end that he's always loved her.
Yeah.
From the very beginning. And she has not always loved him.
Nope.
She genuinely, legitimately hated him.
Yeah, because she thought he hated her. Because she wanted, when she first started working there, she was like, sweet, like, hi.
Yeah,
and
let's
he
be
was
friends.
like,
And when he was not
yeah,
bubbly and kind to her, she's like, we now hate each other.
Yep.
But he was like, I've always loved you. All the tallies in my notebook were me keeping track of like when I wanted to kiss you. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Brother.
And you've still spent, I don't know, it has to have been at least a year, maybe more.
Yeah.
Of acting mean and rude to this person.
Yeah.
When you love them.
Yeah. Weird.
Ugh.
Because I'm like, the thing about me, if you like them, say something. Yeah. If they're like, hey, I don't like you back, then we can move on with our lives.
Or at least be nice to them.
Yeah.
And I understand that maybe it's like the games were maybe fun for them.
Yeah.
I get it. And it towards the end of them hating each other, I think it was fun. Like
Yeah.
that they were doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that all of it was like we're flirting. It was like we're genuinely just being jerks to each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like honestly, I feel like the whole book is a red flag. I enjoyed the book. I had a
Me
fun
too.
time.
Me too.
I immediately watched the movie.
Okay.
I was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
But it's all red flags. It's like weird secrets,
Yep.
kind of playing with each other's emotions a little.
You know what? You're right. It is red.
It is a red flag.
But why do we like it so
It's
much?
fun to read. But if I had a relationship that started like that, that's a red flag.
I wouldn't be able to survive. I'd be anxious all the time.
Yes. And then they like get together and then they go back to work and she's like, oh, he was just playing me. I'm like, that happened multiple times.
That would
where
wreck
they're like,
me.
oh, I thought we were good. And then all of a sudden they're playing back their hating game again. And they're like, wait, do they actually?
You know
That's
what?
a red flag.
You're so right.
The whole book is a red flag and it's a fun one.
Yeah. We recommend it.
Yeah. I think if you like rom-coms, you're going to love this book.
But it is chili peppers.
It is a little chili peppers.
So,
But it's a red flag,
yeah.
unfortunately.
No, truly.
Okay. This is kind of the same. And this is in general, people waiting to say I love you until it's almost too late. This didn't happen in the hating game, but he did wait a nice long time to tell her. This is like someone's about to die and you're like, but I love you. Like Belle and the Beast. I love you. The rose petal dropped, lady.
Yeah. Sorry.
We waited too long. Or when they're going to like emotionally leave you and
Red
you're
flag.
like, but I love you.
Red flag.
That's
You should be sharing it all the time.
waiting to tell someone you love them until they're about to leave you is toxic behavior.
No,
It just
truly.
is.
Yeah.
If you love them,
Why are we waiting?
why are we? Yeah.
Why is it said?
Like why are we keeping that to ourselves? And I know people are like, I'm nervous to say it. Sure. But you should have said it long before that person was about to leave you.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you don't know they're going to die. But
Yeah.
like, come on. It
No.
happens too often in all of these things. Books, movies, TVs. They wait till the very last minute. And they're like, wait, I love you. And you're like,
Why didn't we know this all along?
yeah, we could have said that forever ago. We've known the whole time.
We could have been driving this whole time.
That's a red flag.
Red flag.
Red flag. Easy.
Okay. My next one. I only have two more.
Okay.
So this one and the next one. Jessie from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Okay.
She was putting her
Interesting choice.
friends in some sketchy things that they probably didn't want to do.
Yep.
But she's also understanding she's a reality TV star.
Mm-hmm.
And she's doing it for the plot.
Yeah.
But she's also sticking up for people and being like, hey, Whitney, like, you're doing this. And you're kind of the worst.
She's the one speaking a lot of truth,
Yeah.
but she's also riling a lot of issues.
Yeah. Like, her husband brought alcohol to, like, a party.
Yeah. And she's like, that's fine. No worries. And I'm like, well, I think she should have been like, well, that's probably not appropriate here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's bringing up the problems,
Yeah.
which sometimes has to happen. But
Yeah.
also she's like confrontational about it.
Yeah.
Ugh, I feel like it's a beige flag.
I feel like it's beige. I feel like there's some things it's like, hey, girly, what are we doing?
Yeah. And it's like we can be, I feel like it comes out very passive aggressive. And sometimes aggressive as like, well, let's do this. And then it's like, let's bring up every problem we've had. And then when someone doesn't want to talk about it, you like get them. I'm like,
But it's like also she was doing this to the villain.
that's true.
So I'm like, does
So
that...
we kind of root for that.
Yes, because it's like sometimes it's like the villain always gets away with things. But Jessie was like trying not to let Whitney get away with things.
Yeah.
And Whitney was the villain in my mind.
Yeah, she was. I feel like that part could even edge on green flag. But as soon as we know that she is bringing alcohol to her friend's house who does not drink alcohol, I'm like, that's a red flag for me.
Or it's not even like...
Unless it's stated previously that it's okay for you to bring alcohol to their
totally.
house.
Like, you know, it's totally fine with that friend that you drink and they don't. Cool. but it's just like it was like at their parents' home.
Lots of
who's
people,
super like Mormon-y, you know?
Yes. I feel like that's a big red flag.
Yeah.
So if I'm balancing out green flags and red flags, I think I'm just ending with a beige flag
No,
on
true.
Jesse as a person.
No, truly. I agree. I think I'm going to go beige too.
Okay. Okay, my next one is also general. Not correcting misinterpreted things.
Ooh,
So
red
I have
flag.
a few examples.
Oh, okay.
Riley from Inside Out 2, someone is like, "Oh, you're from Michigan." She's from Minnesota.
Yeah.
And she's just like, "Oh, yeah." And like innocent enough. But it does come up a couple times and she's like, "I can't correct it now."
It's just like Michigan's not the craziest
Not the same.
thing. So I'm like, just say, no, I'm actually from Minnesota.
Yeah. But on a more extreme scale, my favorite movie, it gets a little misconstrued that this guy in a coma is engaged to a girl he is not engaged to.
Oh, yeah.
And she doesn't correct it. And then in the end, the family thinks that they're getting married. They make it down the aisle together because she never said that that wasn't true.
That's red.
Yeah.
It's so red.
What about the like, someone gets something wrong and it's too late to backpedal? What is that?
It's red. Regardless if
Okay.
they go through with it or not, it's still red.
Yeah. I think you're right. I just feel bad about it because I've
done
that
it
before.
I've done it. But
and then I
not
always am like, I should have said something.
I know.
And then you're like, but it's too late.
I know. In high school, me and my friend, we took a PE class together. And we had a student teacher, and she was the coolest. And she called me Abby and her Kaitlyn.
Okay.
And we're kind of like, oh, okay. Like, we're just going to like let it slide.
Yeah, today
whatever.
we can be each other. It doesn't
And
matter.
then I was Abby, and she was Kaitlyn. And we never told her because I felt so bad about it. Like, I was like, so, like, I don't know if it was weeks or months.
Oh, long time.
Yes. And she's like, oh, Abby. And
It's
some
gone
girl
too
goes,
long.
no. She was like, oh, Abby, when I was doing something. And a girl looks up. She's like, that's not Abby. That's Kaitlyn. And
Oh,
she was
no.
like,
And then you're stuck.
and I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to correct you. Like, she was
Yeah.
like, you should have. And I knew. I was like, you just.
The biggest problem is when you're going to see that person again.
Yeah.
And when that happens and you have not corrected the problem, you have earned yourself a red flag.
Yeah.
If you're like one person in the drive-thru called me the wrong name, you're like, no worries.
Yeah.
But if it's someone that you see repeatedly and they now have this idea of you that you didn't correct, and now you're like, I'm stuck now. This is who I am.
I know. It's red.
It is red.
It's red.
I want to give grace, but it's red because I'm the person who's like, do I say something? When I worked in an office job, I apparently answered the phone quickly because I would say, management office, this is Marissa. And someone that I called a lot always thought that my name was Martha. Martha. Apparently I said it like, this is Marissa. This is Martha. Martha.
Huh.
So they knew me as Martha. And I never said a ding dang thing. And eventually we met in person.
Ugh.
And I'm like, and I had my name tag on. I'm not Martha. And I know that like they probably felt silly. And I felt silly, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But when it comes to blows, that is the worst. It's the worst, and I should have been like, oh, it's Marissa. Like, let me spell it for you.
Yeah.
But we met, and it was too late.
I hate
So
that.
I am that person.
I know, me too. Same, but I'm like also red flag.
Red flag.
Okay, you ready for my last one?
Yep.
Allie from The Notebook.
Oh, yeah. She's a red flag.
Yeah, dude. She literally knew about the love of her life. Got engaged to another dude.
Yes.
What the heck?
I feel like
Make it make sense.
Yeah. I think The Notebook's also a red flag in general.
No, truly.
Because nobody's speaking their mind.
No, truly.
This is the same problem. Nobody's saying what they mean.
Yeah.
And then we get into problems.
And
That's like my biggest pet peeve on anything.
Yeah.
It's like no one will just say the thing that will fix it all.
Yep.
Like, I love you. Let's be together. Say it. Do it. Move
No,
on.
for
because
real.
it's
Truly.
the not saying it and doing it that is the problem here.
Yeah.
Also, she's whiny, and I cannot.
Red flag.
She's a red flag. Okay, I have a few to choose from, but I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna choose secret loves. So obviously classic, like Romeo Juliet, but also Dwight and Angela.
Oh yeah.
Anybody who's like in love, and they get together, but they keep it secret from everybody around them.
I think that's a red flag.
Is it red?
Oh.
I mean, you can have. Is it red?
Unless it's protecting you. Like, if I'm like a mega superstar and everything gets like, you know.
Yeah, if you're Taylor Swift.
And then, yeah, they find out who the love of your life is. And then they're always making up things like, oh, they're getting broken. Like, they're breaking up. And it's like, no, dude, you have no idea what's going on in our relationship because no one said anything.
Yeah.
Then I feel like that's just like you protecting your peace and like having some sort of like,
Yeah.
personal.
And that feels like big, like media.
yeah.
But if we're just like living our lives, we work in the same place, which could be an HR violation potentially, but most of the time it's not.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a direct superior, then it's an issue.
It's starting to feel beige.
Yeah,
It's feeling beige.
I don't know. I feel like it doesn't get a green flag. I'm like, you do you. But also, that means you're going somewhere and pretending.
Yeah. Yeah, that you're literally not in love.
Yeah. And that's what makes it beige for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, keep it secret, friend.
Yeah.
Keep it a secret. But then you do have to like lie sometimes. And that's the problem here.
Yeah. I get you.
It is fun. I like that trope of being like secretly in love and no one wherever you're supposed to be should know.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun trope. But
Okay, I'm going to say beige. I'm saying
Okay.
beige.
Me too.
I'm
not
locking
fully
in.
behind it, but
I
that's
locked
okay.
in. Beige.
Okay, let us know what you think about these flags and if we're wrong.
You were probably thinking, what the heck are these two delusional girls thinking sometimes?
Let's remember that we live in a fantasy world sometimes.
Yeah.
If this was real life, I put up with none of this nonsense.
I know. Oh, truly.
But when it's in the fictional setting,
I'm like, it's not that bad.
or I may be kind of into some red flags.
And
in
I'm
a
like
fictional
crushing on
setting.
some of the red flag characters.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to our bonus yap section of our episode.
This is my favorite.
It's so fun. And today we're actually going to do our life updates.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. We're like going once a month, so we always have lots of things.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. My life update. So we do record a little early. So today is October 30th when we record.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Halloween. And let me tell you right now, being the mom of children during Halloween season is absolutely chaotic. The amount of times you have to wear your costume places is outrageous.
No, truly.
We've had to wear a costume to tumbling, to dance class, to a trunk or treat,
Whoa.
to school, and then like actual trick-or-treating activities.
You just got your money's worth out of that.
We are getting our money's worth. And my kids are excited about them, but also, why is it every costume so annoying to put on?
No clue. Not
Yep.
Ren's, though.
Yeah, Ren can throw hers on, but Ren's being a squishmallow, which is very cute and fluffy, but she doesn't fit in anything. So, like, we have to take it off a lot and put it right back on a lot. Like, she can't
Oh.
wear it in the car.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Truly.
she's cute, but it's not practical. And Milo's hat is huge. He could never wear it anywhere. So, you know. So I'm doing the mom Halloween stuff. I'm the room mom for Milo's class, so I'm in charge of the Halloween party.
That's a lot.
I got to be at the Halloween parade. Milo has tumbling on Halloween, and we have to trick or treat, which I do usually like trick or treating,
Yeah.
but it's supposed to be freezing.
It's chilly out in Utah.
And yesterday my 6-year-old told me, I don't know if I want to trick or treat. And I was like, excuse me?
Who says that?
He's 6. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, I don't know. I already have candy. Because we did go to the trunk or treat and he's eaten approximately none of it. And I just leave it out for my kids. I'm not the candy monitor.
Yeah. But see, it's working.
And that's been our whole life. I'm not the candy monitor. They can have some candy. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But now they don't eat the candy that they get and it sits on my counter for too long. Which I don't love. but he's not obsessed with it, which is nice.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we trick or treat for candy, but it's also fun.
Yeah.
Like we have friends in the neighborhood who we see. We get to see everybody's fun decorations. And he's like, I don't know. I guess we'll see. And I'm like, what the hell?
It's not making sense.
I'm like, why are we not trick or treating and being excited about trick or treating?
This is prime time.
So that's a situation. My 3-year-old will be obsessed. She loves a trick or treat.
Yeah.
She loves to get a tree and pick it out.
Yeah.
She has more stamina than the 6-year-old for sure.
I love that.
So I will be going with her no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm sure the 6-year-old will join us for a few blocks.
Yeah.
I bet he'll call it early. Which is silly because the amount of time and effort you put into freaking Halloween costumes and all the kinds of things. It's like you get our money's worth out of trick-or-treating.
No, for real.
So tomorrow I have a big day. I also have to set up my garage door that I always cover in all the stuff. And that always takes some time. So we got things.
Yeah.
November's coming up. I'm already in the holiday spiral.
Yes.
But I have started to like check some things off my list.
My queen.
My neighbor gifts are already almost done. But in November, to add to the chaos, we are going to Disney for the first time.
I cannot wait.
As a family.
I cannot wait.
I would say me too, but I'm also so stressed out about it.
I love Disney.
It should be also known that me and Mitch are not Disney people.
Yeah.
Like, of course, we like Disney shows and all that. But neither of us grew up going to Disneyland, so we don't have like a big attachment to it. We both have been once or twice as adults. I've gone one time total.
Okay.
So we're not skilled or prepared, really.
Yeah.
So that's the part that's stressing me out because I'm like, we are going to drive. We have a nice hotel that has a separate room for my children on a bunk bed so that I can sleep better.
Mm-hmm.
And we know how to like get to the park. You know, it's once I'm in the park that I'm going to feel overwhelmed and stressed out about what we should be doing, where things are at, what time things are at, how to get into the lines. Yeah. That's feeling stressful for me right now.
Part of me is like, maybe I need to book a trip while she's there.
Yeah, and fix it for me because I'm like,
Because I'm like not overwhelmed or anything. If Ren was like, I want to go on Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway, whatever that, I'm like, follow me, girlie.
Yeah,
follow me from anywhere in the park. I got you.
Nothing.
Oh, you need a Dole Whip? Follow me. We're in the wrong area. You follow me. We'll get you
we
there.
should have hired you as our tour guide because
it's not too late. I will just book these dates that they're going.
Just come. You could fit in the van too.
No, truly, guys. Maybe I'm going on this trip. We don't know.
It's stressing me out a little, and I know that my kids are gonna have fun.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And you booked all the things for them.
Yeah. So Ren is gonna do the Bippity Boppity Boutique. So she's going to turn into a princess.
We love.
Milo and Mitch are going to build a droid together.
That's darling.
And those are booked at the same time. So I will go with Ren and Mitch will go with Milo and we'll do our fun thing.
Yeah.
At the same time so that we can all just like meet back up. It'll be great. But usually the one time I've been, I went with just my husband. So we like hardcore did rides.
Yeah. Ride warriors.
Like, I'm now going with small children. Which means we're going to want to see parades.
Yes.
We're going to want to meet characters.
Yep.
We're going to want to go on the rides that are maybe a little less intense.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know as much about those because I didn't do it.
No worries, because in the app, it tells you.
I do have the app.
When the parades start.
So many things.
And that there's 1 parade today, 2 parades today. And it also tells you when the characters are coming out. So if they're like diehard Eeyore fans, it will say Eeyore's coming at 10:30 in Pooh's Corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling stressed about it.
And I don't want to be stressed enough. Mom. Don't worry. I'll take the back. I'll take the back in the minivan.
Okay. I'm telling you. I know it'll be fun. I'm just like panicking a little about it.
Truly.
And also my kids have never been on that long of a drive.
Yeah.
So hopefully nobody's that car sick. We've made it like 4.5 hours before.
Okay.
And we're going to break it up because my in-laws are in St. George. So we'll drive there and break it up. But I'm just a little anxious and it's right before holidays. So I've kind of killed myself, but we wanted to go during Christmas.
Yep. It's going to be magical.
Yeah. So I'm just doing the mom thing and also prepping for holidays, vacations, all the things.
I love it. I love hearing all this.
That's my life. What's for you?
Okay, I wrote it down because the ADHD,
Yeah.
makes my brain not remember. But since the last time I gave a life update, I have a co-host on the podcast, which you already know. But I just felt like I had to tell you because it was part of my
That
life
is a
update.
big life update for both of us,
It's
honestly.
a big thing for me. I feel like Missy has done so much in such little time. So it's a big thing in my life. And it's like something that a lot of people bring up, like friends and family that I am seeing. They're like, dude, so Missy's a co-host. And I'm like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, big life.
I tell them all about it. But other than that, I feel like my October kind of slowed down. I feel like summer was being very crazy for me.
Yeah, you were gone a lot.
Yeah, a lot. And even like, I think I've been somewhere once a month. And I think November will be the first month like I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I would say you probably went somewhere more than once a month
Yeah.
for
But, like,
all of the summer.
Yeah. Like up until right now. Because I did go somewhere. So I was going to update. I've been on some canyon drives to see the fall leaves. It was so cute. I love doing that. Or started watching Gilmore Girls again with Kala.
Yeah, perfect fall activity.
We're on season 1. We're not that far in, but it's such a good show. I don't know when you're tuning in, so if you're new to the podcast, I take family photos on the side, and it is my busy season.
Yeah.
So I'm taking lots of family photos, and then I went on a bachelorette trip for my friend Emily. If you've listened to prior episodes, she was the one who did the Taylor Swift like lore, all the things.
Yeah, I was educated.
So she's getting married in December, and so we went on our bachelorette trip. We went to Las Vegas, then to Disneyland, and it was the freaking best.
So fun.
She just said what she wanted to do, and we did it, and it was so fun. And I got to try Din Tai Fung for the first time.
Oh, yum.
And if you don't know about Din Tai Fung, I think it's just Chinese food.
Yeah.
Asian food.
Asian food. I don't know. I've only been to one time.
But there's one in like California. There's one in Las Vegas.
I think there's one in Washington, Seattle side.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
Yeah. It is good. It's good. I really liked it.
I feel like everyone just talks about the soup dumplings.
Yeah, we had soup dumplings and we had the garlic green beans.
Okay.
And
I love all kinds of Asian food.
I could have eaten all the green beans. Oh my gosh, they were so good.
That's something because you're definitely a more picky eater.
Yes.
So sometimes when you're like, oh, a new restaurant, it's like a little sketchy.
Yeah, but I'm
on everything. I'll take
No, I'm safe. I'm a safe girl. And then me and my friends got super into pin packs. Mystery pin packs are our jam. We bought some, and then we were like, gotta collect them all.
Yeah.
It then became Pokemon.
It's always a downhill slope with mysteries.
Truly, I love a mystery pack. But then I'm kind of getting excited. I don't have tickets for Taylor Swift in December, but she will be by my parents' house. Like, she's performing. Her last stop is Vancouver, and my parents live right outside Vancouver on the Washington border side. And I'm like, you know what? I'll just go up and get a bunch of merch for me and my friends.
Yeah.
Whoever wants merch, I'll get merch.
Yeah. And maybe you could get tickets.
And maybe I'll get tickets. I don't know, but I have a lot of optimism inside me. So
I feel it. And I'm hoping it so badly for you. But yeah. I will take a Taylor Swift sweatshirt when you go.
Yes. Let me know.
Because I have not gone. I will watch it eventually is it on Disney? It's on something.
No, me and you, we need to watch it.
I just watch like the snippets on Instagram. I see lots of things on Instagram.
I get emotional. I'm not even kidding with you. My eyes are watering. I'm getting a lot of FOMO. Okay, last thing I'll say about Taylor Swift. I'm almost done, everyone. I swear.
There's a lot to say about Taylor Swift.
When I went to Taylor Swift in LA, I wanted Afterglow as a surprise song so bad. I got good songs, so it's no worries. But I think it was in Miami, or was it in what's it called? New Orleans.
Okay.
And I think she sang Afterglow.
Yeah.
As one of her surprise songs. And I was like literally about to cry. It's not that serious though. So what's my deal?
Yeah. Okay. I really hope that for you. I'm going to cross all my fingers.
Yeah.
And hope that you get to go.
Yeah.
And I will be so excited for you.
Yeah. So That's it for me.
Okay. We got holidays. We got fun things.
I know it's slowing
The
down
next
for me.
life update is going to be close to Christmas time, so things are going to feel crazy.
Truly.
Okay, now it's time to let us influence you. We have products that we love.
Yeah.
And we're going to tell you to buy them.
Yeah.
If they're for you.
Yeah.
Because mine is specific. And that's not going to be for everyone.
I can't wait to hear it.
You know about it. You just don't know. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Sometimes Doritos puts 2 flavors together
I
in
do
a
know.
bag. And they like mix them.
Yep.
I was at Sam's Club and I saw a Cool Ranch mixed with tangy pickle.
Yep.
It is so freaking good. I'm obsessed with them.
Does your Ren love them?
Ren loves them. Both me and Ren love the Lay's pickle, like dill pickle flavored
Yeah,
chips.
that's
she
for our
calls them
girl.
sour chips. And I have always loved dill pickle chips. I love them so much.
Okay.
I do also love pickles. But that's like always my favorite flavor.
Yeah.
So when I saw that the Doritos made a chip,
Yeah.
that was pickle flavored. I would have bought a whole bag of pickle flavored ones.
Yeah.
But mixed with Cool Ranch, which I actually think is the superior Dorito flavor.
I did not know that.
I like Cool Ranch more than I like nacho cheese. I know.
That's pretty crazy.
So you put that with pickle, I'm full in. And I love.
Yeah.
Ren loves. We've been eating them all week. So if you love pickles, if you love Doritos, get yourself to Sam's Club and get yourself one of those big old bags because they're delicious.
Is it going to make you sad? Like things like this are like always limited time.
It's probably going to be there like a month. I'll buy one more bag before they're gone.
Yeah.
And then I'll just remember it fondly.
Yeah. No, truly. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Okay. What do you have?
My influence is, or the thing I'm going to influence everyone on are these striped pants I got off Amazon. And I'm not typically an Amazon girly because I'm not trying to buy. You know me. You know me in my situation. Married to a saver.
Yeah.
So I did buy these pants. And they're called pajama pants. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not wearing them as PJs. We're wearing them as cute pants.
Yeah.
We're wearing
I
them
think
out.
that's allowed.
So they're not like thin. You know, like some PJs are so thin and buttery soft and so stretchy.
Yes. But then they seem like pajamas.
And they're so pajamas.
Yeah.
These are not. They are still stretchy, but they're like a good heavy weight. Not like sweatpants. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so difficult to tell you. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're more like a wide leg, not super. They're black with white stripes. There's other colors. It has
Horizontal
pockets.
stripes.
Yes. And they're just so cute. And I'm going to wear them with graphic tees and tennis shoes. And I'm going to feel so cute and fun. And and when it's cold, I'm going to put a jean jacket on.
Oh, that's going to be so cute.
And I'm going to look so cute.
I am seeing tons of patterned pants.
Love.
It's like a trend happening right now.
I'm a pattern pant girly.
I'm a little afraid of it, but I am open to it.
So we'll post our links, but I swear by my pants.
Yes. Mine might not have a link because you might only be able to get them at Sam's. But I'm going to look for you.
Yeah. Yours is Sam's. Go get them at Sam's.
Also, just get a Sam's membership because it's worth it.
No, truly. We're big Sam's
Honestly,
Club girls.
it's different than Costco. You need both.
No,
It's
truly.
not even expensive.
I shop both. I was just there today.
Okay, that's all we have for today.
All right. Remember, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Vibe Providers Pod. But thanks again for listening. I'm Kaitlyn.
And I'm Missy. We'll see you next time.
Bye.